Hello guys, I have made a few small changes to the RC Tractor Guy library that contains all the code for the vehicles, so I wanted to show you that. So just to remind you, if you want the code for any of the tractors you see on my YouTube channel, you just head on into the tractors section and pick one of the tractors, say the John Deere 9560R. Scroll down to the bottom, then you'll see the code. It's the same on all the pages, just shoot down to the code, hit that, and then when you scroll down, the one at the top is the newest, so it's version 1.07 I suppose. And what I did this time, someone had reported that the dips weren't working in the code, so the headlights, they weren't dimming the way they're supposed to be. Arduino hack, hello from Ireland. So we fixed the dips on that. There's a little bug, I'll show you that in a second. I'm not sure if I had the Subaru code in before, but I've added it to this one anyway. It doesn't look like I did. So the Subaru code is in the library now as well, and the Fendt 936, I only kind of done that properly last night, so I had previously been running that using the Subaru code, so the Fendt 936 now has been added to the list of code as well. So if we go to our Arduino library or Arduino IDE, when you go to the examples and you go down into the RC Tractor Guy library, this is after you've changed the library. You need to completely remove the old library and replace it with the new one. So once you go in here, you'll see the Subaru Impreza, that's in there under RC Cars, and the tractor is here, Fendt 936. So there's not much difference. And then this one uses my new control board. It only uses one channel of the motor driver, so we have 5 and it's 0 and 0 because it's using the PCF, what is it, 8574 chip. It uses that to control the motor driver. And then we're using 8 for the steering servo, the indicators then, and headlights, brake lights I think, and where's this, headlights, should be written here somewhere, headlights, tail lights, and then that's the working lights. So pretty simple there. And where's the motor thing? Yeah, down here in the motor configuration. So we're using one motor, so it's 1, and we're using the PCF 8574, so we hit yes for that. And in terms of steering, that's wrong, that's not, that should be 1 for servo and 0 because we're not using the PCF 8574 in the Fendt. So that's a mistake from the from the Subaru code. So now I might as well show you how to fix that. So in your RC Tractor Guy library, if you want to make changes to the code, you just click into it, go to the one you want. So we're looking for the Fendt 936, right click on it, and then open it in your text editor, shoot down, and to make the change permanent you have to change it here. So we want 1 there for servo and 0 because we're not using the PCF 84 or 8574. So we'll save that code. What are we at here? Cancel that. If we go back to our Arduino IDE, so we'll close this. We'll say no for that. And now if we open up our example, it should be changed. So yeah, there it is, servo 1 and 0 for no PCF 8574. So I'll have to upload that again. I won't change the number on the website, I'll just change the file. I'll update the file here. So the link will link to a different file, but it'll still look the same here. What's the other thing? Oh yeah, the headlights. So I had to make changes to the headlight code as well. That was pointed out in the forum. I had a mistake there, and what it was, well, I'm not exactly sure why it wasn't working. It looked to me like it should have been working, but anyway it didn't. What I had here was an if function, then an else if, and an else if, or maybe this was just else. Yeah, I think it was if, then an else if, and then an else. So instead of doing that, I changed it so that this if function tests that the signal for the dips is on and the signal for the heads is off. The next one tests that the signal for the dips is on and the signal for the full beams is on, and that turns on the full beams to full power. This one gives half, like a 50% duty cycle to dim the lights for the dips. So that's why that's there 125. So you should have kind of half brightness on your LEDs. And then the last one is just test that they're both off. I didn't need to make any changes to the work lights. That just worked alright, so there's no problem there. Yeah, that was all the change that I made. So I'll just flick over to the camera and I'll show you that this actually works with the tractor. So I didn't update it on the Subaru, so it's not going to work for that, but the Fendt I did change it on that. Well, I changed it on that because I was already working on the Fendt code anyway. So let's see, I'm already connected with the controller, so nothing is flashing there. Get that to focus in maybe. Doesn't work. Maybe not. Okay, well, hopefully you're not really focused in on it. Issues of live recording, I suppose. Okay, I think you're kind of focused in on that. So if I hit the switch for the dips, our lights come on to a certain brightness, and if I hit it again, you've seen them brighten up there. So that's the dips, and that's the full beams, and there's our work lights. We lost our camera, hopefully. I really need to get better at this, setting up the cameras beforehand. But anyway, you've seen the difference there. That wasn't working before. When you hit the dip switch and you hit the headlights, it was just basically the one brightness. I think it was the dipped brightness, because I forget who mentioned it in the forum, but they mentioned that it wasn't coming bright anyway. So I think that's all I wanted to cover in this video. It's a little bit easier for me to do it in a live stream kind of thing, because that way I save a lot of time from editing and that kind of thing. Like I was saying before, I'm a bit tight for time most of the days, but I made those changes last night, and I'll re-upload this tractor code. So if anyone has been using the library and you've noticed that your dips and your headlights haven't been working, after this video I'm going to change the library, so you'll be able to just download the library, replace it, and once you re-upload your sketch to the tractor, it should just work. You shouldn't need to make any changes to your actual sketch itself. The changes have been made in the library, so once you change the library, your dipped headlights should just work. And if you have any problems, let me know in the comments below the video. This video will be saved on the channel, the same as all the other live stream videos. You can just go into the permanent video and make a comment there, and that should be it. Just looking at the comments here. Emil's, you're making a John Deere 7930 conversion. Very interested. You're using SketchUp for your 3D design and your CAD work, I guess. I find SketchUp a little bit difficult to use, but I suppose I'm kind of used to using more industrial kind of CAD packages, so going back to slightly more basic ones is a bit tricky for me, I suppose, because I'm used to all these other features that have been there. But SketchUp is a really good program. I did try it when it first came out, and I presume it's improved hugely since then. What was that other program? Fusion 360. Someone suggested recently. That works pretty good. Seem to have nearly all the functions, but it's kind of a cloud-based thing, so you have to log in and all that sort of stuff. So it's not great that way, but it is free, and it does seem to be aimed at 3D printers. There's like options there, possibly options to control 3D printers in the Fusion 3D, but yeah. So that's a program you might be interested in. But let us see some pictures of that, Emil's, maybe on the forum or something, if you, or maybe have your own YouTube channel. Maybe we could, let me see. Yeah, if you have maybe put up your own video showing your build or that, it's always interesting to see that. Okay. Modelizer there is mentioning that the SketchUp is useful unless you're looking to add curves in more than one direction. But maybe that's why I was running into difficulty with things like that before. I never really thought of that. I think for this kind of hobby, you're best to keep your 3D prints as simple as possible. Try and maybe make them square and as minimal amount of curves and things as you can, especially when you're trying to fit motors and things in. And I don't know, I'm finding my dimensions, I find the plastic seems to shrink when I try to do any dimensions around the 3mm kind of holes, or D-shaped hole for the shafts of the N20 motors. Seem to be having lots of trouble with that kind of thing lately, but maybe it's just my printer, maybe I'm just not set up properly, I'm not sure. But anyway, that's all I wanted to talk about in this video. There's the updates. I'll upload that new library now after this video, and thanks everyone for tuning in. I think that's pretty much everything, so thanks very much for watching.